To my wonderful listeners, One Family TV wala mutanale nan kotenke mbadungol kendungol do be jede me alon ko afindira de addiya mutade ako Gambia dungol nyanta mullale de e dala city de bosko me alon ko wolbe Gambia bankoni ka am kulati me alon ko amono man sumayade anin kendungol do be je ikafa me ko lamini me alon ko afanan diya mutade addiya muta ku jamala de me alon ko mbala audio tala mba natilal yenande anin odi tomal de mene alon kombe be natilali na mbadingol ni lamani hakilola mbadingol kani ilamo anin jusola de
assalamu alaikum mbe baden yudi pinkol be kontonna mbe mo gambenol be kontonna man fara lemba mbe kontonna ila kuma kama mbe wole lama kan ni somanda science min keta ikamen for concerning about min keta IC Alaji Momoranjala replacement note 2021 mbesin kannem UDP ye katakuo membeke Gambia banko kan ye katakuo membeke nemmen hakilo ba kan mo klinete Gambia banko kan min sajeno ko UDP be UDP mfondilan na sirawlan ha banko be sunuta because banko be alon na mune tamata yo nyin kumala e men fonge kontom bake aka men folon ko won to buka son adima anoma wo like adima ngonoma nyin Alhaji Momoro Njayla bira resignta ay kari lulu si fo kari woro man sakunda be derin president o men nyandaka ay si kiamano tombong amanna woke abe siring abe daring bari ibela underground woke kanne because itel bela file moke odula me yanonko etol ni wola ko te fola nyoko Africa president olu tilimbalia ibe tenne Barrow fon kun atebuka wo kol dol mirano bari mol minnu babala wolu meta wo kuriyal le men kata sidin jayti fa bakar to ngonjata nyolu and others Demba Sabali nyolu Ibrahima Silla nyolu these are people min yalon ko they alone how to play the game ya alone Mamadou Sabali nyolu they know it ya jamela regime some of these people will be no system o kono le alone okay kankularo le kera banko kan it's not my word amankendela kuma kandi bari Gambia bele sonda ko election o men tambita 2021 hani opposition party ol min bebe banko kan ibalantale iko amantane silala wala foto banko kan hani soma banko be dankenyarin ko le keta an mbe kol jube kan nyamen president o men be siring sanji dandan koma before kabirin 2020 draft constitution on impareta inada fe palmenodo ya bay andu banku dingol len sembo ni la nyantolo mod ko ila fani loi carle tol mara banku dingol yolof president on la député lu balanda yo luata anala modu yo loi nyem e balanda la ningo loi dunta no dennu Adama Barrow bi nateta fola diajele bari dalilo mi o sabu Gambeno la lamfo kandum e la kilimbaye ka balan ka ke kilimuti ka tonya kele banko kan ka balan ka tonyaje ka kele ka batare akulta ka kele banko kan banko be kana i balanta wala mo bebe lori ifan kumoy anduti alon ko tonya mu menti nyim opposition party min bebe Gambia al kilin nalu kilinte je min se president boy nino atol be alon atol party te je mi yalon ko nintata election ola parti kilinte je min se tambino UDP la vote la Gambia banko kan o parti te Gambia mi yalon ko ninga election o ke bi parti kilinte Gambia min se tambino UDP la vote la aliyo lonni ba ninga do ko alka kelo ke pour Gambia banko la freedom o mol ka bang mol la dandi wala dina Adama Barrow abe jele kan lale akal jele ko Gambia opposition jele famolo malti ha nyim patiyol min bebe lolo la alfon ten na fatala Adama Barrow aka jelal la because ay nyina foko afoya afola la diamodo ako ning arako alkafuta de asijikino ko albay abonni la place do bare albe nyamen tek ako almon kunsoto fayda talla atol opposition party adu wom to nyalta be ari kenela albe be loring al fonli so you are giving him chance alka chance diatela a moment I are saying the alaji momoro njay not dingonem banin dingonem falem abo abe ko abole nyamato 2021 election o birabe kena men tamata je among for nying current IC Kiamano Koma anala assistant obe they were there ibebeje Tanzania election o keraje president o boyta ila independent electoral process ye opposition ta ye la victory di president ola a fele fitino be banko nyin kanje Tanzania fitino beje Cameroon the same thing ila president keba nyin sanji tan konondo sanji fula ila independent electoral process president boyta ye opposition la carte victory ta ya di president wala fitino haynang banko kan baro banko be nie be jube e warda Gambia tele signatan nim fel Cameroon fitino setara Cameroon la southern part ila eastern part or northern part volta kala mutala fanko fitino la keri Tanzania fanambe ole nyama wo banko wara bata Gambia tele fitino fon setara banko karadola fama bakalama for that being the reason to la banko Gambia nkamembe foko Gambia mu duwa jabi banko le dunia be mu duwa jabi banko din ko ala la be bararin dunia be la ala la ka dunia be tanka ala la tanko ne suturol be dunia dula be atole dunia dula jamale je fatu babol min kata nyini ndrol le la banko kan na banko dingol kata nyini ndrol la je ka kayrol soro je fo ala man darawo fo kayro man darawo ala man kayro man darawo fo ala mo bimbe wodo fo muna nan dol mo soto wali pool ke kule yajel Cairo min bedna banko kan wolon banko nyin the size of the country banko nyin down le doyata mabodula tiji banko be nyolon banko be kata bakilin fakilmoti kabondi katon koina adanda woloto yagi sila fulanem ni man tanin lot le bitani saud lela nyinda malem gambe dula ko tiji banko be duari banko mol yiri ko be duari saradan la manyana sufala gambe banko kan bari abelaro wala nyam ndo Cairo lo konon o Cairo ala en sutura wala kan ha bari gambe di wolu opposition kundato opposition lu alka Adama Barrow ka jelal lale ali al fonke jele fondi Adama Barrow ka jibe la ka jelal hani Senegal la warta gambe te signata bari Senegal kabiri tara yaje ko Macky Sall nim man kuntanya da benna banko kasara la Ousmane Sonko kabiri taranu election la before la Macky Sall boy la men atene tar second position ya joko bi banko kan Ousmane Sonko la patio sembo be wala bulu anda tele la patio be loring kan mi yalonko UDP loi le min yalonko two term UDP ya accept le ya yo agree le ko wala be tamala banko kan motina la kasinna banko kan ka president de ka foko be siyo banna jani woto kala yajele okay andum ni political analysis ke UDP jube bi molbe je minu fam patio nyin mol ning ngabe hayma banko kan pati klinte je min se futano UDP la vote la Gambia banko kan ataje woto atol nyanta jero kelela liye mununta nyoya banku dol ka kinyamen aliya ko nyama aliya la banko kanu anala banko dingo ka banko bondi nyimol bulo kono dunia bebe siring e nyabe Gambia la bata ko la bari ka Gambia dingo la jube Kenya atol oppositionol me alonko badolel do balu katra borri na noma albina mune kala atol be mira la nyadile pour ka la banko bondi kasaro kono dunia dono countries minu yalon ko World Bank nyol IMF nyol African Development Bank nyol European Union minu ko kodol dialla sada kodo mi ka dialla banko marar minu be marar ngale ka tay ka samu ka tala no tema il faut la kunna nafakan o dunia bankol bebe sirine kankularol ke ko bureo men ka di Gambia dingol la pour banko dingol la nafane banko la nafa abe ka kasara ka tala mo kunkule nan la jifol la kon sayin wolu be Gambian atol opposition jube kan fo ali fayda so do fal mam fayda so fal ba bala faring al fonli atol tibke mirano nyinda la banko la samal ko ali kafu nyola ka banko bondi nginu bulu ali be dum man sakunda kono we are all citizens of this country mem Gambia diol atol political flag bearer ali be dum man sakunda kono ale ministry position ta man sakunda warata le place siara ale place ta sanjilulu folo nga mbenga do ko ke banko ka nin sanjilulu nyimbanda mobe la parti flag bearer londi ngatanu election la atara loi kendol be approve sa banko kan ko parti ki mo president Clinton tambila na banko kan membe tambila sanji tanda afele banko Canada banko dimo be Canada be yamol be Canada mbe na daha bari almantara oje kande nyim kumala e memfo akumara bake hakilima be nyanda je.
Yes, coming to your last question, Mr. Adama Baldeh, you inquired whether how prepared is the United Democratic Party vis-a-vis the so much talked about coalition 2026 coalition fever, the run-up to the 2026 crucial presidential election. You inquired what is our strategy, and you had our party leader in his welcoming speech in Pipeline 2 weeks ago. He gave a clarion call. He prevailed on the opposition, the opposition to come and join a UDP-led coalition and effect a grand coalition that will defeat Barrow's corrupt and corrupt regime and failed NPP in 2026. That's the only way forward. The strategy is that we have an open door policy. It's going to be on a win-win situation. We are going to, in fact, I will tell you that I am going to be meeting my brother, Honorable Mama Kande. I mean, we are all from URR, Basse and Jimara. We are going to talk business. We are going to talk about the way forward. Like what happened in 2016. We in the UDP have an open door policy, and I'm sure you heard from some of our executive members, such as Dr. Mane, who said they are negotiating with the potential opposition parties and leaders to make sure that they institute a grand coalition that will not, I will not call it reminiscent of 2026, although there will be reference points to learn from 2016. But this time it's going to be a coalition with a difference that is going to be based on mutual understanding, on a win-win situation. It's going to be based on the fundamental interest of the Gambia, rescuing our sinking nation from a failed regime of Barrow's failed NPP and allied parties. The National Assembly that has been reduced to a rubber stamp, the APRC-led National Assembly members who have been reduced to national rubber stamp National Assembly members who are there for the president. You had the bills. You had the bills. The anti-corruption bill. You heard about the numerous and worrisome corruption scandals. The budget, the 2026 budget, estimate budget. You heard about it. The multiplication, the increment of tax, the making the Gambia the most tax-based economy, and the depreciation and the inflation of the dollar, the inability of this government to control corruption, to curb corruption. This government has continued to usher in illegality. You saw the president inviting, paying people to come and attend his meeting, giving NPP T-shirts to foreigners. You had the Fuller man, the motorbike rider, who was interviewed. That was a leak interview video that went out viral, that they were paid. The president has a complete, has no regard for legality, has no regard for best practice. So coming back to the subject matter, the strategy for our coalition is, we are calling on the Gambian opposition parties to come forward. But nonetheless, the $1 million question is about the flag bearership. I heard that Mama Kande, in as much as he welcomed the coalition, but he said there will be no imposition of a flag bearer. No, there will be nothing like imposing. But remember, the United Democratic Party is the main party, the party that has the basis. So obviously, the onus is on them, the opposition that will be coming to join the United Democratic Party, to understand that the leadership would lie with the UDP. But there could certainly be a win-win situation where an equitable distribution of ministerial positions and other key portfolios are going to be looked into. So I thank you so much, Mr. Baldeh. I am not prepared for this speech. I'm not prepared for this interview. In case I perform badly or woefully, okay, Mr. Baldeh, thank you. Your second question is, we had the expression of despair, of desperation, of frustration from Hamad Bah, Barrow's failed Minister of Lands, who stole, who looted our coffers while Minister of Tourism. You know what happened to, that is the background to this question. What happened to our tourism board, our GT board? He said he could not hide it. He said Talib Bensouda's movement is the greatest threat to Barrow's re-election. That is NPP's re-election in 2026. And yes, he is right. But we saw Barrow coming afterwards in his speech to counter that. He countered that statement and said, no, he disagreed, that there is no movement that is going to serve a potential threat to the NPP or to his re-election, his third term bid. But the fact of the matter is, Barrow continued to live in constant denial, Ibrahim Baldeh. Yes, Talib was right, Hamad Bah was right, in as much as it is an expression of frustration. Yeah, I once said this in this very interview, in your platform. I told you that Talib Bensouda's emergence, his movement, his so-called movement or whatever, I call it so-called because for me, I mean, it is only a threat, a potential threat to the NPP, like Hamad Bah rightfully alleged. For us in UDP, our membership are intact. Our members are not moving. We have taken care of our bases, and Talib cannot succeed in penetrating our bases. Henceforth, you have seen in the past 2 months, we were able to make sure that all the groups, especially the women groups that adopted Talib as honorary father, we made sure that they all retracted. They all withdrew the title, the honor. So now what is Talib left with? To make sure that he goes after the undecided voters in NPP. Those that are standing along the fence of NPP are going to go and vote for Talib, and that is going to be a majority for him. So that is why Hamad Bah was crying at that meeting, and Barrow was pretending not to be concerned. For us in UDP, we are well prepared. Our bases are intact. If anything, in fact, more people are coming, because Talib and co, those that left the party and went, were a hindrance, were a source of obstacle, because we saw what happened. The allegations that are coming after Talib, you saw, you had from Mahmoud Sabali, who was the former campaign manager, who alleged tens of millions of dollars that were alleged to have been misappropriated by Talib as organizing secretary. So now we have a strong organizing secretary in his place and a campaign manager. So we are better placed with our executive committee to win the 2020 election. So Hamad Bah and others. I mean, I'll tell you, Ibrahim, Barrow is failing on daily basis, and the writing is on the wall for Gambians to see the desperation. I mean, this meeting was a reaction. It was a sickness that a psychological sickness that they developed out of Blair Ousainou Darboe's massive welcome the Saturday that followed, 2 weekends ago. Because when party leader landed at the Banjul International Airport, the rousing welcome that he had was second to none. It has never, no leader ever had such a welcoming. For how many hours were we between a pipeline and the international airport? It was the verdict of the people. It was a referendum. It was a clear manifestation that the UDP are the winners of the 2026 election. And Barrow cannot steal the election, because we are going to put our lives down. We are going to vote, and by 9-10 we are going to man the streets in the greater Banjul area and all the capital cities in the region. All regional capitals will be manned by our members, and I believe all the opposition parties will come. I know we will come to the last question. We will deal with a coalition, our strategy for coalition. But I am telling you that we had Honorable Mama Kande. I'll thank him so much for his stance against Barrow's readiness to steal the election, his illegality of issuing voters cards to foreigners in foreign countries. So we are going to go all out to make sure that Barrow does not steal our elections. We will make sure that the vote will be protected, and henceforth the value of the people given out by the IEC. The IEC that I personally don't trust. Thank you.
yana boto ya jibe na min songolo saying nimanyila jama be je all jama ba ibe ka banan Senegal la kanano anno ni na te da ka jawya but mune was no ajibe no banyu breweries me ya tinya imatinya senkamo for hadumoka kanna taxi le kan tax me alonko igale kan nyina kam ya bari ta jona pour wolsi fo wala isadi dol le mel alonko mbo bandala banko mollelt mel si alonko sigeta wala ya tin na banjul breweries boy to banjul breweries la boy on ngai mune tinya Gambia aya tin na min fon min ike dara ke sai wol buka dada no je folsi dada no nan Senegal kadi ke important from Senegal ke samana Gambia so wala ye wala men ke ofana Senegal fana be tax la wal kan ni jilolo kan an don nin fengol nata jamman sakunda fana la tax fana be la o kan ne wala kira jilolo fana ka wol be bonni fana la fenjo dale kan o katin na fengol da ka kole o bre wala sinye aka fengol men be da ba e fota wala so ni nata Senegal kade tanange Senegal ba wafla da men diate e ba wafla mol we have no choice because Zula ta la fonsa asa ni asa ne bi da taxi for taxi fast yo and from there you na banko kan fana banko fana for dia ka lon for si taxi yo ni bi la wafla jula so ni wala kan wala be kala ada dale kan o katin na fengol da ka sele sant wala atin na fengol da ka jawya ni banjul breweries la boy way ni na lanka but amanna da woto fanade ni aji be banjul breweries abe balori wato men every day early in the morning tambi jela dem ibe mollel tan rasirin gebe faringi mol mel yalon ko wala kana do ko laje mo keme ke mol ka do ko ke banjul breweries la boy wo mo keme ke mol do ko be la kiya andu wo mo keme ke mol mel be ka do ko jeje mo kun ka do ko ki at least mo kilin fula saba fo nane o lulo so mensi siya wala be wala ko mam wala fana be depend wala la kam amarta wo dimba albel atele ke la karambo akela danino ka akela feta foto ka akela jararo fa ulo dingol le mana amusu nyolba wamba abarin dingol le wamba ala karafa dingol ba ane mo kotang le mel hajo kala kan ba dingol ne si nyol nen kafnyo mutadula tabul fo joint o mo kema ke mo be la hajo tinyal nim mi mo kema la hajo tinyal do mo kema nyi mo kema men bebe je mo ku mo tanne be o koma me yalon ko fana la hajo be depend yol fana be la hajo tinyal so ni mo kema woro le bay je mi sala fe mo kema wor o te salon membe yala siata mo wuli kilo te ben la hajo tinyal because mo do le be depend wol be kam so melbe depend won ka wol fana la hajo tinyal bala manda na da wala fana ni tara je so manda juno e ka mollel tar siri je mel yala go wol fana kana wafiro laje e kana da samol wafije lol tilibro wala na control wafije kila wafiro men ke je wol fana ka men so je dole be je kila nda wala bondi wol dole be je kila dinno la karam bunjo wol e ka feto fatol ki wol e kila jararo nen ko be ki wol ni man sakunda hamilton ding e molo fonni nyimbela andu nyimbata be na ta Gambia ko ene mi la ko bi Gambia ko fengol buka soto e ko do la buka soto munem fengol da kuya because of ko do man soto ko do ko te Gambia bal ni na ta jube o di to mel yem e mai tande 2021 la fa dolato ko do me yalon ka kadu ila kasbook ni iba close le damento ko do me ya lonka akadum Gambia banko kam anin men ka fonti ala elini ni na ta jube ko do men ye men calculate ko men nyanta katara kas bu ko nyin ko 2021 bandula iko 30 trillion 869 billion 464 million 247,100 dollars. Well, in trillion tansaba billion keme say taw worowla anin kononto million keme nane taw woro anin nane wuli keme fula wuli tan nane anin worowla anin dalas keme niya wuli kemo dan ko sinya tan wala wuli kilomati dalasi wuli kiliyo dan ko sinya wuli kilon wala million kilomati ye million kilomati dan ko sinya wuli kilon wala billion kilomati ye billion fana dan ko sinya wuli kilon wala trillion kilomati so what trillion what tan saba wala nyanta kataraje billion kebe se billion taw woro anin kononto million kebe nane million taw woro anin nane wuli fula keme fula wuli tan nane anin woro wala anin dalas keme 30 trillion 869 billion 464 million 247,100 nyine nyanta kataraje bar bilita tay jelle taraje instead of 30 billion instead of 869 billion itole jelle taraje only 8 billion 979 million 242,170 wala nyinti trillion tansa bo men tede woman taraje billion keme say tan woro anen ko non to men ka o fana may mantaji ye gella taraji wala nyindi ko billion say damma million kebe kononto million taw woro wala anen kononto wala keme fula wala tan nan anen fula dalasi keme dalasi taw woro wala instead of I repeat instead of 30 trillion 869 billion 447 million 247,100 dollars. Instead of that, you get letter 8 billion 979,242 sorry 8 billion 979 million 242,170. So we munaitan di ko jella kam taje 30 trillion 860 billion 485 million 500,000 wala kam to men kam to funyo kono moma men kala ngolo folo e ko wala mundi trillion tan saba billion keme say billion taw woro anim billion keme say billion taw woro million keme nani million tan say ani lul ani wuli keme lul maf kodo men bi kam ta ten dam ma tende men kam ta ni o tala Gambia no le fon kono Gambia se million fula soto yi la fon ni fota Gambia di mo bi katun ka trillion o men fota ko ni nga fale nyame ni kemo dan dalas keme fashi la tan wala wule kilomot ya o wule kilomot ya o wule kilomot dan fashi nya wule kilin wala million ye million da million kilo million fula fo million wule kilo wala billion yana o billion da 4 billion wala kilin wala trillion o trillion tan sama wala ta da fanyo ko billion wala billion kemen kemen say billion tan war wala ta da fanyo ko ani million kemenan million tan say ani wala kemelo tan sakunda be dere ni fe ni afa tamina biya adalta men. It's just a mere opinion. Odito la ko la miral kense wala. Ndo ma ka men fo asisa ko figo never lie. So nyina ma problem o de Gambia no. So nin nyul ba la ko do ba tara tinya kante. Mo mi ya longo bibi lala. Gambia no basic no millionaire o de membe ko do men ka dum tinya ta nyil la maroko. Gambia dingo at least million adato nyaw ndi si million fulo soto ko. Gambia be election sana ko do men tinya. Mo asifu nyaw ne Gambia dingo di si million fulo soto no. Yogole be tinya. Men tinya ta batara yakon. Because mo ma kunna kalaro. Yet still kana fale kuma Gambia no la ko la yal sula. Ni o fale mantonya fale. Bara Gambia no iko ke ba dibe kono lola ni mol meji ke fama jelde. Ni mol meji ke fama jelde. Ande ko ni toto mambula bata bolon kolon kono bulola abondi la ka batala. Ku diaspora be batala de. Na bata nyin 2026 almanyi man sekunda afuri ngol bondige ndole be mun kanji peñla wala nyinti diaspora mbiye mbulo muta pak moka na butur ci Gambia ngal bu lay bulu alnal badi malami salam sanga eke badi mansa
Gambia la ko abalafa warta baki nali ajibe serum made farmers to last year Adama Barrow the same thing dibitele ko do men bondaye million tan nan demande ñinan e ko million tan lul ni million fula amdan sa fono ye million tan anin fula yola kafama less than 12 months dron karta nin fula from 40 million to 52 million dollars wala gatel dibitel billahi wallahi tallahi ala melbe nyim bara jawo kekan ala bal be ponislal momo ni because Barrow man tara banko ko do tinya kande atel dibitelel be banko dingel la ko do batara ya tinya kan bare tu momen albe sirin dibite bungula alke sembo ta mol meli atel mal fan samba yin dibite bungula mol ye carte wala faale prada sin dibite bungula ale banko dingul nyaaji yo fita ale bala faso foiro li alla tundol meli yal samba dibite bungula ale loye biri la ji ko bang ila jaral ko bang ila idun la karam ko bang ila seno bunda bang nyine yal sambaje baral tara si dibite bungula atel kal bulo wulindi doron barola agenda nyi million talul nyi fula nali ya proof kadi barola wallahi albe atel dibitele li bankola kodo batara ya tinya adum banko dingul tayam falaliye birin dunya fa alkiyam ali nyi ngibe doro ite million tallu serum baro dalasi million tan nan feng ayola chika kadu wulo nyin kono ka kodo be pusu pasar adado senelal mel jibe wala tiol man sanno dolla tiol ya noto itata fu sunkaro fata imela kodol soto nyim bala fa jibe wo mo killing le wuli ko ke kono bule nyaata kodo ko ibeta wo senela killing le noma now ibe kodo request ka me ala tata fo dalasi million talul nim fula 52 million dollars me alon ka tambela lokum fula la nyin tobe instead of 52 million dollars baroyo kodo landi pronin tio tereto bota aya asa make so no ayo lankan ay tio mo la tio be sang bare kodo men nyanda dun na kamola tiyo sa itelio kodo ta ya be ka campaign ran adum baro man ta mid farmers to la baro ta da campaign la abeta kan campaign la alini mo bala fantan le jibe sukuda sabiji la loptano jibe nyen sibiti tambilale baro na la mol ta da nyin dulanto kuma fo kuma kanan fo kuma kalantan fo kuma sodobal fo ka moli tonyen ka moli provoke ya bebe wallaji telinan witel laboni ngi tema itel bodaje sibito dimaso tenen talato kunun arabo suto moy accident soto ya samba o sukudal sabiji loptano to docteur o fam teje sakor ko boro kar niaje docteur ol mantara je docteur ol be mun sila bun jaren kensen kunna me nyanta mul jarala ma singul tije a boro tije wala ke docteur ol mantara je ngoye barola man sakunda anyom man sakunda furimo anyom man sakunda barakantan ko sise balak barabara jio very useless government ima be femna fo kuma ba fo talilla kuma kalantan fo abala fa warata anata minister soro ala minister be kono minister nande be je iteleli useless ta Gambia minister birin Gambia independenta e nyom minister furi ngol Gambia nem na soro Dr. Demba Sabal membe maralin senola a nyom minister furi man nem na marawo palasola Ibrahima Silla membe maralin silo ni ku silo la anim transport o Kenya la banko kan a nyom minister useless silo birin a bank birin independent tala anem no palaso mara Dr. Samate bira sida nyim dulato Gambia la biras atekele health minister di Gambia la loptano bekera death sentence death house loptano be death house loptano be ibe mo opere la le courant eta ibe mo opere la yelo man soto ni ne ka dere fola nyin dulanto ye mo opere ala mol man boro sutay nimbe musu konoma musu dinno menta da alkiyama wuloto tingoto mel fata je mo wuli kilinga yo sile de nano fanan de nan keme lulu fodo nan keme woro men newto ta nyin tingoto ne atara Dr. Samate mu foroti misili mo hakkan mo anyanta resign dale aben palaso men barin ko mon ne ya chocho covid-19 na wato e kai resign aka ba wulata resign la na resign da mo ne kala ato nyala because in life is depend on this kadon after barola man sakunda nyini man ficho soro nyim banko kan kodak ado nal me dema alla bara jawo asibula dingol noma ay bulal mo bariul noma kado Dr. Samade ni alaman ni dema ete dingo e palaso nyini nyim banko kan ngami na fo Gambia ko de ni me daji ko falin fo be nyamen teng fo barola man sakunda e falin nyin daji ko sibala bela atete damage lade abe bulale ko mo fangle noma Demba Sabal fana wonya Dr. Smala Sise jibe sai barola wulu boto ye wulo tike ya la tele kunto fen ni wuli ya ka foje atele katalye fen ni wuli ya la ka foje docteur comme muna ke mba fly docteur Ismaila Sise atele ka be fo sai MPP la wulu boto ya la tele kunto Demba Sabal fana wonya o hakilo be diaren ko fali jabiyon abnabe diamule camera tele Gambia atele la wulula le Gambia lo mol be marala tele bulu hakilin tamba akamunda fali jabiyon so Gambia nyina mo problem oti bar monta mo bilem lam batel Gambia dingle fon le bilem la yalon ma ala boka falindiro ke fonim banku dingle fon o tundo o jamano mol pareta ka hakilo so falindiro la tumo ala be fale la falindiro la ala enal mako ala falindiro ke kati ite ko kuje ala ka mako dependa e fa la hammo be nyame anila wakilo be je nyame Gambia dingre wala ake baro wajibo no Gambia dingre be lo ka baro bale akana lo sinya sabanja ngi nodo tatam akumata bak Gambia dingre an nodo tatam ala diamu ngi moji be laari moto kono la ngi UDP mantara safera balade GDC mantara safera bala asa keno fanyi membe larinta asnanga sodo Gambia kedung Adama Barrow le noma ne yajen ka fale ko Gambia ma man sakunda do kulal fo bare wol kam million jamale bonde ka bonda la ranke so kono ka lande koyni le itel ni la musol ni dingli kuranta yebula pleno kono ite ijara tibabu tu baratel melke o taxo jo nal kondon dal buka sima hani farasta mono albuka sanno alla kurantoliye ke don baronoma alla kaburu dinko albole sinkan al continue ali e don baronoma kada ali ajere ni me hapunta teng e mbar muso me pie ye hammo soto ay juso soto kanyin record kadiamo nyende fulolo mbar mbakare jakan kolet fulol buka hande bar nyim muso nyin nyimbe nyin kere jakan kolet ali mako yalen na audio futanda mala fa ko ka fa mako ngaje ngatentu saluto baye banko ding benyante misala nyim fondin ke musolda nin kalam bante ya nin tilimbali ya be larin banko ding ka ali nga wuli nga diam ngalo ne MPP ngol be fundlana ne ibe muso attaque le ibe mun la kunna UDP kolom wala ke UDP alnyante ala tentu la bak bare mol mel kallo katonya fasa katonya fo ka bataro kele ka tilimbali ya kele katonya fo banko kan ikalbe ke UDP college ni muso me ni video ten abe diama kan e ba fala UDP kolom wala UDP ala tenti ba nsi ala jay nga tentu annabi jay tumo men na ikete londi mo kendo ni kende ya fota banko kandoro e ka fala atella ka folom nin mo mi ya mo membe fokan kuriya bo banko ka sunyaro e boje tapale ya e boje tilinga e sodoje e ka fo UDP kolo wala mo kayrolti bare ala laftola kila laftola sallallahu alaihi wasallam kadun kila muslimul ya mar wala ala nga ke mo kendolti ngake mo kendolti ngake mo kende ya baralalti so waran gambe de wole albe ni video jele albe ya jele ko membe keri nyim banko ka barolo ta janna ko gambe la jaralo hani amerikani angalteri ma soto ali tulolo nyim kumola akwa ani amerikani angalteri bari melbe angalteri anin del melbe sin amerika jang yeta hani pharmacingto ema yeta man doctoro taraje sakore ko loptani mume shame on them bari baroka al nene because Gambia din al nene diatale bare man bankoje banko me ya lon ko adingule nyo hasidia nyo bayndi kensen tribalism wayat nande ko ifangli nyakatere masibola e kalo e ko fasa e ke don noma because itele yamira ko ni lota tonya noma ibe modole makoy ka bare bi ni ko alinga longa tonya fo president way mol ka mun fo ita mu UDP kolet ni ya fo fane ka fo ko wara we UDP le makoy ka nyim banko jibet mo nya ka tonya ja ke ba wulenke ka tonya fo ka da be yene fo ka ninga tonya fo e ba fo na mu UDP kolet ndedi yo pati o konne ngena nyaton ko kon wara mbati ngande ideje isite ila mol stay bade ni ala kitala nyim banko kan nal tabalta Barrow 2026 carte o sunyal bulu because Barrow be men kala abokalal because Barrow e silang le sute Gambia de woni nyakono wala ke Barrow kalo aka fale ko sayim fatiatale sayim harjo firintale imbe because I ajele ko we are coward no de Barrow mo me yalan 2016 molel ka mura nabe dawda molel ka ta mura ni ko chochoate ni mboro bi no kalo aka siso konko wala diana kanjol la jatoti wala ngembe dimuli e mbebe folali allo ale Barrow bali akana lo sinya sabanjan asembo be bankolale Gambia funding kewol mbebe parelale ngambulol tewol city ngake ku kilinti nganna pati ola kuloro landi nganna siola kuloro landi nganyung Gambia la flakola kaje ko nyimbanko belongs to all of us nimbanko data mbela kaira nimbanko tinyata toro yata fola mo kilin koma alinyi mansa kunda furi mo jibe nyimmo barakantangoli you know ibebe furi yarin komu kada nyimmo foleti nyimmo furi yalati wallahi wala ke adama ko ni ko mansa kunda futa wara melbe marlo wolel futa wala mo tonyati wala mo toñaati masa kunda molel fuuta kada aliyanta men kala naali ma ke molbe mune fala al fuuta le kada abe be ñin kuma ba fola ida barota ala siman kaman kunda lokum fula ay taling lajere fula bang silan taling banta anata ko pa be boy sukuda itel mal lokum si o sukuda itel emitin ke dame kumo men be foje ye ko promise o men beke wala loptano fanto kunu suto fan docteur o fan toto men si courantol fan makoy moy accident soto mote je fan membe banda so min nala nyinde malote nyinde masiboti mo si ala bilem nyinna Gambia di ngal sidoro al si ali nyaka si barola kado nim baro nyatara baro badi wole accident soto den dambe abe loptani kendo bari ma ja tel mel ke dom baro no mal be wurla baro no ma al felenti al fel nyim felenti bi afere abara mo bala dimi mo bala docteur o man soto memba jarala asikeno nyim kuranto fa nyim membe accident soto asikeno MPP kolom o ala molbe MPP dambi nyin sukuta meeting fa damba ala molbe kajo don ka baro no ma who knows ma fo le kede mubar ngole who knows wala ake banko nalbe ni molbe kairo kelela albe kafunga kairo kele kada nin kairo sabata aka mo bele nafa bar nin kairo tano falanada aka mo bele tora nin banko la ko bala fa warta man sabe siral bulla banko a felta abuka ate banko sambanola hanibi wo ko ate be continue la ko banko mala nal sonto la gambe dingol ko kuyal so yal kan ala blame de ala fang blame because ale hakilo diallale ale mbira me al nafa ale bulono même mal nafa ale ko diala a Gambia be yalo nak baro way continue Gambia marala o manke Gambia la kayrati a manke Gambia la nyatotati katara cimento bonna mano banko kan ko ede be development nyina mo development ede be silol dadala mole ka accident so de kata loptano to han docteur o te je même bol mako la nyinta ma sibode al continue doron Gambia albe batala mal dankade bal albe batala bakele to momenna nimman tribalism bondi nganyo konnan teya bondi nganyo hasidiya kensen bondi nyem banko aliyaje misilime banko ka nyo hasidiya nyo jawya kensen molbe nyo nomala molbe nyo ngaybol funtindila aliyaje banko kan alnin koleya doron katun ale men fatele silo bulala ale men fo kila men fo aliyo silo wali nyoyale ala men fo kila men fo momo ya silo wali nyoya ene mbata doron ene mbata inya fana dunte sumayala bi wala be nyim banko kan alaji be molbe salla be alfatiol tala bari banko nim fano ke rawto mol ne kole aka kaf kole yabe kafla doron duwa buka ajara nim mol fonga sonde mewlel falin mbe nyoy nyabe ngol bondi ngalafi nyola ngalo nyoko ma ngatonya fasa banko ebo banko e kairo soto madama moke nyim banko ate fola moke lin komade ngal jey ngal centu albari mala min sila bronze New York ba fala Gambia de be